Hi and welcome to the Foxweave demos. In this demo we're going to show you how to sync data from a Wufoo form. We've got a simple website lead capture form with name, email address and phone number captured from a website, and from that we want to generate leads in Salesforce. But we don't want to use the default deployment option for this integration app. We don't want the data flowing through Foxweave. We want the data to flow through CloudBees, our CloudBees account. So we want to create an app out on our CloudBees account and run them out there. So before you can do that though, you have to actually configure CloudBees inside in your profile. So at the moment CloudBees is the only PaaS we support, but we'll be adding support for the likes of OpenShift and Cloud Foundry in the future. So my account is configured there. Once you have it configured, that's all you need to do. It'll show up as a deployment option then for any of your apps when you go to deploy them. So let's start by creating an app first. So we'll just call it Wufoo Syncs. And we'll call the pipeline to Salesforce. Okay. So first thing we need to do is add the Wufoo input connector. So we need to capture data from Wufoo. This is really just a specialized webhook that sets up an endpoint for Wufoo to post data to. So we just need to select the Foxweave account. So you can add multiple accounts obviously here as well. It brings back the list of forms that you've got on that account. So once you select your account, but you can add more accounts there by just clicking that plus button. We don't want to pipe directly into Salesforce.com. We need to perform manipulation on the Wufoo objects coming out of the input connector. We need to before passing them into Salesforce. So we need to do a little mapping there. We don't have a graphical mapper yet, but we will be adding them. So for now, we're just going to use a bit of JavaScript to map the JSON objects, and then we'll come back to that in a minute. And then we want to pipe them into Salesforce.com. And to configure Salesforce.com is quite similar to Wufoo. You just select the account, and again, you can have multiple accounts. It goes out, gets the list of objects from Salesforce.com from that account. We're going to create leads, so we just select the lead object, and we want to create. Okay, so now you're wondering, how do we map the objects from Wufoo to Salesforce? So basically, the way we're doing it at the moment is using the JavaScript, as I said, and we'll have a graphical one later. So you need to just get a description of that object. So you just press the little question mark there, and that describes what the object looks like for you. So we can just copy that description, bring it over to our JavaScript object. So yeah, this is a little bit manual at the moment. We'll make it better, but it's not actually that difficult once you do it once. So the mandatory fields we have identified by putting a little star in front of them there. So first name, we have first name and last name. Title, company is mandatory, but we're not capturing company, so we're just going to set that as unknown. To keep Salesforce happy. Salesforce, we have phone, an email, and that's all. So we're just going to remove the other objects from the description, and that's what our Salesforce.com object is going to look like. That's our lead object. Okay, so what are we getting from Wufoo? Well, we'll get the same basic idea. Click on the question mark there, get a description. So this is going to be our in object into the JavaScript config. So let's just put that as a comment here for a minute. Okay. So this is our in. So first, our last name is the first. So in dot, we'll go up here, what's the last name is field 3. So it's a little bit manual, but also it's not that difficult either. First name, we'll automate all this within the graphical tool. And the phone number is phone number field 5, and then the email is field 4, and that's it. So that's the mapping setup. So it is quite simple, even if it is a bit manual, and that's it. That's our pipeline designed there now. Okay, so now we want to just apply that onto our CloudBees account. So the default option obviously is Foxweave. In this case, we don't want the data flowing through Foxweave. We don't want the integration happening on the Foxweave infrastructure. We want to run it on CloudBees. So just select our CloudBees account, hit deploy. So that packages up the components, creates an app and deploys it out onto my Foxweave or my CloudBees account. Okay. So the app's deployed there now. So yeah, we can see there in Salesforce account we don't have any leads there at the moment. Okay, so we just go on to Wufoo here and we can test it. View name Tom. Okay, and hit submit. Oops, that didn't work. So need a valid number. Something like that. Hopefully it will work. Okay, and that's submitted now. Let's see, we've got an entry there. So what happens then, obviously, is Wufoo will post the data across to our app running on Foxweave. So what the Foxweave component, Wufoo component does actually is when it deploys, it goes out to Wufoo, it sets up a webhook back to itself. So hopefully you should see that lead come across there now. So there it is, Tom Fenley, and the phone number there. And so that's basically it for this demo. Don't forget to sign up for a free Foxweave account over at foxweave.com. Thank you very much. Bye.